There's no way I'm hitting this with irons. Oh! Welcome back to the channel, Den members, and welcome back to Llama Ranch. This is going to be our second installment in the Welcome to Llama Ranch series, where we're setting up our private shooting range on, as previously mentioned, our amazing benefactor's spare farmland here. Please excuse the voice. I'm getting over a nasty cold. Don't worry, it's not the big Coof.
So a minor correction there. Got home after what you're about to see and took a test just for precautionary reasons. I do have the big Coof. Took 2.5 years, but I finally got it. I'm doing okay. I'm just under the weather. Gonna take it easy for the next few days, get things back under control. Not gonna push myself like I did there.
Anyway, I hope everybody's having a really good day. I'm really excited to do this video. We've had a couple minor setbacks. I'll go through that and a couple of change of plan things here, and we'll go into that. And then we'll go over everything we've got on the table here and what we're going to be setting up today. Oh. That shouldn't be out yet. I am so sorry. This is very unprofessional. We've got a lot of stuff to cover in this video, so without further ado, let's get to it. This is, as we said in the last video, this is our 100-yard alley, and we really only did a temporary setup for where the yardages are marked. And we realized after we left last time, we really can't just leave the flags here. I mean, this dam is kind of used to get farm equipment on Michael's property to and from the fields. And they also mow the area, which is going to be Llama Ranch. So we can't have everything just sitting here all the time. We're gonna actually move the flags and the markers over to just right here along the rocks of the dam. And eventually I want to set up signs that say 25, 50, and 100 yards out there respectively. I think that'll be a nice little touch. But again, that's not something that's absolutely necessary, especially right now, but we do need to get those flags moved over to the side. So at the 50-yard target, we seem to have had a minor mishap. This blew over and one of the posts broke off it. So I'm going to be giving our main targets a rethink. I think I'm going to do something a little more basic, but a little more stable. Maybe use some PVC piping. We'll see. This one has not gotten damaged. It was knocked over, which really does make me think that it was the wind. I think we're going to repurpose it. I think I'm going to put another 2x4 crossbeam up here and even reinforce it a little bit. And I'm thinking we're gonna, after we weight the bottom, just hang a big steel silhouette or a steel target on it. I've actually commissioned a special steel target from a local blacksmith. I'm really excited. This was a target that you saw very briefly in the first episode. I built this with the intention of eventually hanging some nice plate steel on it for plinking. But I want to actually build something a little sturdier, something a little more rugged, and something that isn't going to necessarily come apart. So what I'm going to do is build something along the same vein as this target stand for some big steel targets. But it's going to be a little better engineered. This one we're going to actually relegate to actually right here. That's why I've put it here today. This is, as we mentioned in the first video, this is going to be our 22 long rifle kind of training plinking ground. This is going to be where a lot of the kids are going to be learning how to shoot and learning their firearm safety, that kind of thing. We're going to cut and we're going to go back over to the table and we'll go over the stuff that I've gotten a hold of, and we'll get to setting that up. It might not look like a lot, but again, all this stuff is just being paid for on the side. We're not monetized, we're not sponsored. Starting left to right, we have just a simple in-ground target. Uses poster board. You can staple gun a target to it or stick it to it. This is by the company Easy Aim. They make solid, decent products. I mean, something that holds paper doesn't need to be over-engineered, as I'm learning from some of the stuff that I've built. Then I've got these two things. These are just 22 long rifle plinking targets. Obviously, we're going to be putting them back over at the 22 range. So this will give the kids something to shoot at over there. I realized after I got here, I didn't bring everything that I wanted to bring. We mentioned in the last video that we had self-healing targets. That's these things. They're just a hard rubber. When you shoot them, they kind of seal themselves back up. If you just let them sit on the ground or on a stand, you shoot them, they fall off. And they say that they're rated for up to 1,000 hits, and you can shoot anything from 22 long rifle to 50 caliber at these. What I want to do is hang them on that post that I built that was going to hold steel. They have these little holes in them. I plan on just hanging them underneath instead of steel, hanging the 4 of those along there. And then in the side of that post, I'm going to hang this along with a couple others. And then on the ground, we'll just drive these in. So that's what these are. Moving on to more of the big boy stuff today. That was a really big bug. I got a couple T-posts here. Thank goodness we had some rain the other day. With the rain, the ground has softened up a bit. Hopefully I can get these into the ground fairly easily. I got a couple small steel targets here. As I said before, I'm learning as I go. And one of the first things I learned about targets and whatnot, steel is relatively expensive. I mean, again, all I've ever had to buy is paper targets. These things, these AR-500 things, they get pretty pricey, especially when you start getting bigger and bigger. These I actually got off of eBay, so I'm a little nervous to see how they hold up. They say they're rated for even up to 50 cal a BMG. We'll see. We're going to set up a couple of these on the alley here, and we're going to get more steel targets out here, especially for some of the longer distance stuff. We'll set up beyond the training course, and we'll put up some more steel along the alley, but we also want to have stuff where we can zero in our rifles, that kind of thing. We'll be back once I've made some good progress here and have some stuff set up for you. Okay, so we got the couple things that we were going to add to the ranch done today. First off, we added just a couple spinner targets to the wooden plank in this area for our little 22 range. And it doesn't look like much. Again, I was going to hang all those self-healing targets on the post, but I forgot the wire hangers. I feel really stupid about that. But hey, you live and you learn. So going to go ahead and grab my revolver. We're going to try these out. I'm not the best with my revolver, but I still like them. It's a revolver. All right, maybe this is just me indulging my love of old Westerns, but this is something you don't get to do very often at public ranges. I forgot my ear pro. Got my ear pro on this time. I don't think I'm actually in frame here, but that's okay. And you'll see the end result if I hit it or not. Nope. Hey! 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 Okay, this is pretty good. You develop a certain respect for our ancestors after you've gotten used to shooting something that carries 10 or more rounds, like a Glock. These things were hungry hippos. All right, the 22 range additions are a success. Let's move over to the big boy stuff. As I said earlier, we're doing a bit of a rethink on the 100-yard alley, trying to figure out what kind of targets we're gonna set up here. And I gotta say, I'm feeling a little bit like Bob Ross because I've stumbled into a happy little accident. Oh gosh. For now, we have the steel target at the 50. As you can see, it's all set up here on the T-post. And then we have, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's another one just like it back at the 100. But my happy little accident is I have a place to mount a GoPro right now. I almost feel like this might just have to stay because this is easily moved. It lets us position the camera at anywhere along the upright. So this just might have to stay. Again, this whole thing is a work in progress, and we're gonna make mistakes along the way. We're gonna change things up, and I am so sorry I'm sweating. I'm really pushing myself today. This is the first day I felt like I could conquer a mountain after I've been sick, and I feel like I'm actually just doing myself a disservice. We're gonna go ahead and try hitting this with my AR. I don't think it's zeroed very well, but if it is, we're gonna go again and try and hit the 100-yard. And there's no reason I shouldn't have it zeroed in, but it got knocked around a little bit a couple weeks back, and it's just not holding zero anymore. So I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Oh, these are violent. Okay, before I shoot that anymore, I'm gonna render this safe. Holy crap, it just took off so much paint. Dang. Oh, look. I'm not terribly upset about that. I might have to start painting these every time we're out. Hit it. Gosh, I'm aiming so far to the left. My windage is really screwed up here. That missed. Gosh. And the crazy thing is, I was shooting so far over to the left, but, oh no, there was a washer on this. Okay, we're gonna do something else you can't normally do at a public range. No sense in taking home a half-used magazine. Let's do a fast mag dump. We're gonna go find something with a bit more firepower. All right, the venerable Benelli M4. Gonna break this thing out again for a video. These things are amazing. I love this shotgun. And with how much it costs, I better like it. See if I can hit the 50, see if I can hit the 100. I used to be able to, but my front sight has gotten messed up. I'm gonna have to re-zero it as much as you re-zero a shotgun. I am shooting Fiocchi or Fiocchi, however you prefer, arrow slugs. They're dynamic arrow slugs, and I could have sworn that the 2 3/4 arrow slugs could fit into a 5+1 in this magazine tube. I did the +2, so unless I suck at counting when I'm loading, this is currently 4+2. Not a big deal. These things are hungry hippos too, so let's see what we've got. 50 yards. Oh! That's fantastic. All right, we're going the long road. There's no way I'm hitting this with irons. Oh! Okay, den members, I think that's about all I can do today. I am absolutely exhausted, and I hope you enjoyed the progress that we've made on the range, and I think it's really coming together slowly but surely. We've got some awesome content out here coming, so you'll want to stay tuned. Before I forget, there's one other thing I want to do that I can't really do at a public range. As always, don't take life too seriously and make it a great day.